Thank you for waking up with Happy Ass, where we come together to grow in mind, body, and spirit, so we can in turn go out and make the world a brighter and sweeter place to live for ourselves and for others. Whew, you know what? This is the best I've felt since I got up this morning. Sitting right here with you, sitting down for this one moment, just quietly still. Pretty awesome. So, as life will go, I've arranged for someone to take JJ to her theater, and that fell through. I'm supposed to be in town at 9 o'clock for a very important brokers meeting, but I've got to be in Destin at 9 o'clock. So how many of you know that one of the two is not going to happen? Which one do you think is not going to happen? Yeah, I guess you can figure it out. The kid thing will happen. The other adult thing will not happen. So it's kind of funny. I wanted to go back and talk about what I wanted to talk about the other day about how kids are when they mess up and what happens. You know, I know you remember when you were growing up or when your kids were little and they were playing, what's the thing? T-ball. And it was so adorable because when somebody would hit the ball, on the rare occasion somebody would hit the ball, every single child would run to the ball, you know, and you thought it was hilarious. It was hilarious. And, you know, and little kid would be out in the outfield and he'd just like be digging in the dirt, you know, doing whatever. Didn't care. They were in their own world. They hadn't yet learned to be afraid or embarrassed to be themselves or just embarrassed to go with the flow. And I know you probably remember this too, if you've had family and friends or children when they're little and they can't say words properly. It almost makes you sad when they learn how to say them, you know, because they're so adorable. And we look at children and their imperfections and we make it part of their beautiful life. But when we get older, for some reason, we think we're not supposed to mess up or screw up or any of that stuff like that. So I'm just going to read you this little story. I just think it's so sweet and so cute and so appropriate. Okay, here we go. All right. And it's, and I love the title of it too. You know, I told you I always love Bob Goff's titles because his titles alone are just a story. So this title is Grace Lets Us Improvise When We've Forgotten the Lines to Our Lives. Okay. And this is Bob Goff speaking. It says, I'm a big fan of all the plays and performances little kids put on. Whether it's a ballet recital, Christmas pageant, or school play, what's better than watching a bunch of little kids do their best with whimsy and joy and without any self-consciousness? Yes. You know how the scene goes. Jane is fidgeting with her fingers on the left side of the stage while Johnny is staring at the ceiling on the right. The ones in costumes in the middle of the stage are tripping over their tails. And two best friends are playing patty cake to the side when they should be making a big entrance. The kids speaking from the stage don't even care if they mess up their lines. They just keep going, and the crowd gives them a standing ovation in the end. Don't you wish adulthood could be like that? When we grown-ups trip up or forget our lines and speeches or business deals, we're mortified. We fumble around to find something to fill the silence and then beat ourselves up about it the rest of the day. But not kids. When kids forget their lines, they either improvise or completely ignore the mess up. What if we saw moments when we forget our lines as opportunities to improvise or just walk away like it never even happened? What if, like kids, we'd have put a premium on joy rather than obsessing over whether things go according to plan? God already told us that the people he made are more important than our projects and productions we put on. God is less concerned about you looking polished and perfect like a Broadway star than he is about you knowing that neither your successes nor your guffaws define you. All right, y'all. Whew, boy, do I need to hear that one. We had our event last night, and it was really good. But, of course, you know what I do? You know what this girl does? And, you know, there's a place for this, because when you're a person who wants to do things well, you should analyze and go, you know what? That could have been a little better. I should have this a little bit different. That's fine. But don't obsess over it, because more than likely, no one else sees that. No one else. Other people are way more gracious sometimes than we are to ourselves. And I hope we're gracious to others. I'm not seeing a whole lot of graciousness right now in this political time. Makes me sad. I see people who I think are normally pretty sweet and talking ugly about a group of people because they're a group of people. And you may not know what group of people I am, and you may love me, and you find out I'm in that certain group, you may not love me anymore, which is silly. So y'all, I just think grace is the most appropriate thing we can do for ourselves and for others every single day. So we had a great turnout last night, a really good turnout. It was a little crammed. I mean, even though I've got a big old building, we're rolling, there's one little space, so it was a lot of people. But it was wonderful, and I was so thankful everyone came, and it was so sweet, and everybody was so lovely, and I love seeing people, and I love raising money for Backpack Blessings. So if you want to still give to that, please go on their app and give to them. You can give it to me, and I'll give it to them, whatever. They always need volunteers, but, I just want to remember, and I hope you do this too, as you try new things, maybe you do old things, please remember to be more like a little kid. Enjoy what you're doing. Don't worry so much about messing up or screwing up. That makes you human. That makes you so human, because none of us get it right all the time. But the cool thing is about not getting it right, we can always try again. Number two, I think people really are so gracious and so sweet and so kind. I see so much of that, and I'm so grateful for that. So there's no affirmation today other than just, I think you're wonderful. I think you're lovely. And I hope you will embrace this one beautiful life we've been given. I hope you got something from that story. And I hope you learn to be okay like the little kid who's messing up in the outfield, about the little kid who forgot their lines. And JJ's going to be in a play next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah, they're doing High School Musical. So that should be fun. And I hope they have a wonderful time. And I bet they will do a lot of improvising too. Y'all, I love you so much. Hope you have the sweetest, most wonderful, most fabulous of days. And I hope you're so happy that you cannot contain it, and you shouldn't. Be sweet, y'all. Bye.